I wish could tell everyone to go to the bank and exchange your dinar today, but this is simply not going to be the case. We must realize that the CBI is working on one track, the GOI on another, and some can even say Kurdistan on yet another. It's the CBI track that we have been following mostly with all the banking and financial reforms. We were told just a few weeks ago that the CBI is ready to remove the zeros, and we all know what that can lead to. In the news back then, Iraq even told us about the pending now basket and talked about moving to Forex. Then they even told us that moving to Forex would even coincide with the implementation of the new digital dinar. We're at a very crucial delicate state right now, plausible deniability. In other words, if we can get away with it, we'll get away with it, just keep denying it. But we don't see that no more in American banks. The only banks that say that this is a scam are the little banks, mom and pop. This is Khan Baba, today December 9th evening. Alak told you, told me, told everybody deletion of the zeros is still going. Digital dinar is not under study, it's under implementation. Iraq isn't just catching up. It's integrating into the global financial system on its own term, with a lot of help. Malaki will continue to hamper progress in Iraq. That's who he is. That's what he does. It does not look good for Sadani at the moment. The idea that America is going to get involved in manipulating Iraqi elections is ridiculous and is not happening. The 6 to 12 month, the CBI saying both currencies will coexist, applied for both inside and outside of Iraq. But we believe the 6 to 12 months leans more in the direction outside. I believe it's going to climb to the rear much faster than we could ever imagine, so I believe is more for outside. I believe inside of Iraq, they'll give you a long time because they want all your 3-0 mattress dinar notes. Iraq discovers huge reserves of silica sand with a purity of up to 98%. The Eco-Iraq Observatory announced on Saturday the quantities of silica sand discovered in the governorates of Anbar and Najaf, describing it as white gold. There are quantities estimated at about 330 million tons of sand suitable for glassmaking, and about 577.5 million tons for colored glassmaking, bringing the total to about 907.5 million tons of silica sand explored with a purity of nearly 95%, noting that the price of 1 ton of silica sand ranges between $100 and $150. There are articles in the news almost every single week about Iraq making the decision to change your exchange rate. Pressure on the central bank to change the exchange rate in interference with its independence. Alak's speech, in there. He said lower denomination notes have been printed and are stored. They are about to give you purchasing power. They are playing his whole speech back over and over again. It's the same speech from yesterday. It is early December and the CBI may still go ahead with removing the zeros in time for a January release. Oh, but remember, it does not have to happen exactly on January 1st as there are 31 days in the month. They could also change the plan and remove the zeros in early January and release in late January. There are options. Iraq is further along than the headlines suggest because that's what's taking place in that quiet hush that I talk about. They're further along, and that's really powerful. Because those quiet signals are turning louder because they're done with the quiet. They're over that. Now they need to start talking about it, and they are. It confirms just how ready Iraq is to get into the international environment. They're running that speech from Alak again on TV. He said 1310 officially. legally expires at the end of December 25. For those of you who exaggerate, we're not saying there's a new rate on January 1st. We're talking about December 31st. We have no idea what's going to happen on January 1st. I'm serious. If you guys can't take a hint, I don't know how else they can tell you it's coming. That you're about to get your purchasing power. I don't know what's going to happen on the 1st of January 2026. I wish I did. I can only imagine. Welcome 1-to-1 emo. On Iraqi news, Alec and Sadani, both stating 1310 only good through the 12/31st. RV on 1-1. 6-12 months to exchange. Mark Z. Nobody knows the timing, but Alec has mentioned that date and a rate a lot. There is a lot coming together in Iraq on New Year's Eve. But this does not mean it can't go before then. I wish I could tell everyone to go to the bank and exchange your dinar today, but this is simply not going to be the case. All the messages we are getting from the CBI now tell us that January 2026 is still a target for the reinstatement. Yes, there is evidence too, but there are also issues that must be worked out for the US to allow it to progress. Thank you for watching.